Welcome back to my Earth Day mini-series where I'm highlighting incredible endangered species and why they deserve our attention. Today we're diving into the desert to meet one of the rarest fish in the world, the devil's hole pupfish, Cyprinodon diabolus. At just 1.2 inches long, this shimmering blue fish lives in one of the most extreme and isolated habitats on Earth. Found only in a single water-filled cavern called Devil's Hole in Nevada, these fish have adapted to surviving in scorching temperatures, low oxygen, and a fluctuating food supply. Males display a brilliant metallic blue color, while their female counterparts tend to be more yellow-brown. The extreme environment causes diet shifts throughout the year and can include algae, beetles, and even tiny snails. To cope with dangerously low oxygen levels, they've evolved the ability to enter a state of torpor, a type of temporary hibernation that slows their metabolism and allows them to survive for up to 2 hours without taking in oxygen. This fascinating adaptation has drawn attention from researchers who believe the pupfish could hold clues for studying hypoxia tolerance. Understanding how their cells survive in low oxygen environments may one day help advance cancer research where oxygen-starved tumors often evade treatment. But their survival hangs on by a thread. The devil's hole pupfish may have the smallest known habitat of any vertebrate species, and that tiny space is under threat. Groundwater pumping has reduced water levels in the cavern, especially the parts of the cavern that are essential for reproduction. Additionally, warming temperatures in Nevada have placed stress on the pupfish's food sources. With their numbers dipping as low as 35 individuals, every pupfish truly counts. The efforts to save this species have been both groundbreaking and controversial. Critics point to the high costs of conservation for such a tiny population, but the pupfish's story reminds us that even the smallest, most secluded species can be valuable. Their resilience teaches us about adaptation, survival, and the fragility of ecosystems. Who knows what insights they could unlock about biology, medicine, or environmental science? So how can you help? Support conservation groups like U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service that work to protect endangered species and their habitats. Be mindful of water usage, especially in arid regions, since excessive groundwater pumping impacts fragile ecosystems like Devil's Hole. And finally, stay curious. Sharing stories like this one helps build awareness and support for species like the Devil's Hole pupfish that might otherwise be forgotten. Sometimes protecting a species isn't just about the species itself. It's about what it represents, the potential for discovery, the importance of biodiversity, and the belief that all life has value. Thank you for continuing to join me in this Endangered Species mini-series. I'll see you next week when we cover another fascinating species in need of our help.